So yes, I'm not able to use idioms. I have learned only few idioms, but that while speaking, I'm not able to use that. So what should I do to utilize in our conversation, in my conversation? What
Okay,
should I
so
to use idiom?
first of all, you have to learn some daily used idioms and phrases, and there are lots of daily used idioms and phrases available on Google, or if you search on YouTube also, you can easily get those idioms and phrases. So good evening, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And good evening. What's about you? How are you doing?
I am also doing fantastic, and thank you for asking. So
Okay.
as we are meeting for the first time, so we should introduce ourselves. So would you mind giving me an introduction?
Yes, yes. I will go first. After that, you can introduce yourself. Okay. You can see, my name is Ashwini, and I'm from Maharashtra. And I'm right now I'm teacher. Recently, I joined my school as a teacher. And if I talk about my family, I have two daughters, my husband and my mother-in-law. There are 5 members, including me in my family. Uh, uh, that's enough. I think.
Okay. So glad to
Please.
hear about yourself. Okay. So now it's my turn. So as you know, as you can see on screen also, my name is Bablu Kisku, and I'm connecting from Hooghly, West Bengal. As far as my qualification is concerned, I have accomplished my master's in English literature. And if I talk about my hobbies, I love to play cricket, football, and having conversation with different kinds of people. And by profession, I'm also school teacher, and simultaneously, I am running a YouTube channel which name is English with Bablu, where I upload English related conversational videos. That's all
Okay,
about.
great introduction. Okay, so how long you have been running YouTube channel?
So I have been running my YouTube channel for 2 months.
Okay, and how is it going?
It's going on very well.
Oh,
Okay, slow
nice.
but steady, but it's
Yeah,
going.
initial stage, every YouTube channel go slow, but after that, you are doing well actually. I have watched many more your videos, so you are
Oh,
doing great. So your channel will grow very soon.
yes. Thank you for watching my videos, and thank
Yes,
you for listening.
yes, I have subscribed also, and I watch. I try to watch every day, but sometimes I get time, but sometimes I don't get time. But I try to watch.
Okay, ma'am. As you have said that you are also a teacher, so do you teach in government school or private school?
Oh, private school. I recently joined. Even I don't even consider myself teacher. I was a full-time homemaker, so I recently joined
Okay. So is it in upper primary or primary school?
private school.
Okay.
Third to seventh grade students I teach.
Okay.
Are you in government school?
Yes. I teach in government high school.
Okay. How long you have been teaching there?
So I have been teaching more than 14 years.
Okay. You have a lot experience. You are experienced teacher. So how is your teaching going? What kind of method do you prefer to teach to make your students understand?
Okay, so in my school also, I have been teaching, as I have said, that for 14 years, more than 14 years. So there is a traditional way of teaching also, but nowadays I don't teach in a traditional way because the students are not interested to listening to lecture method. Okay,
Yes.
they are trying to different. They are trying to take something different for their understanding,
Mhm.
because nowadays students are much more you can say they are very much uh, they don't take interest in listening to your lecture. Okay, they try to take something different. I teach them by giving them some fun activities. Okay, in my
Mhm.
classroom also sometimes by trying to provide some word game like, okay. And also outside of my classroom also, I also take sometimes also physical education class. Okay. And in my physical education class, whenever I try to, when I take this class also outside of my classroom in the field playground, at that time I try to give them some fun activities uh, like uh, like tug of war, something like, okay, and something, and there are different sports also, coco play,
Yes.
coco game, also football, and also badminton. Okay, because they take interest in sports.
Yes.
Most of the students, because in village area the students are interested mostly in playing sports, and
Yes.
by
Yes.
playing sports, I try to teach them also my moral, something like moral lessons also. Also trying to
Ah.
give, yes, trying to give them motivational speech also sometimes. Okay, by this way I am teaching by this way.
Okay.
Okay.
Always students are interested in physical activities and physical, and they don't interest in theory part. They always try to they grasp very soon in when we teach them in orally. At that time, they are very much interested. They show their interest in oral parts as compared to theory. Whenever I teach them by using theory method, at that time they feel very bored. Both, and when I try to teach them orally, at that time they feel very fresh, and they start with double energy.
Yes, yes.
Should
Because
always
in village area,
use.
the village, yes, yes. The village area in and the school also is in village area, and I also live in village area. The students also come from their remote village also. That's why most of the students are not like so much meritorious or intelligent. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They are very average, below average students also.
Mm-hmm.
Few students are very smart and very their IQ are very good also. Few students, but average
Mm-hmm.
students are not like that. Okay, that's why
Yes.
the average kind of students are also take interest only in physical the sports also.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Mainly.
we
Uh,
have to, being a teacher, we have to think of the all the students.
we
Okay.
have put attention on each and every students. That's
Yes,
our
yes,
responsibility. Yes.
yes, yes. Because as a teacher, I teach English in my classroom. I take grammar part, grammar, text, writing.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I try to teach them grammar part, they lose interest. Okay, but I try my level best to make them understand whatever tense, whatever my active, passive, narration, clauses. Okay, in a very
Mm-hmm.
easy way. I always try to teach them. But
Mm-hmm.
some students take interest, but the most of the students don't take interest. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's
Yes.
why we have to think different by giving them fun activities. Okay, by
Mm-hmm.
this I am trying to teach.
Yes, when they feel that all the concepts are clear, at that time they feel very interested, and they feel interesting, and then they say, Madam, go ahead. We are understanding, and if the students are not understanding and their concepts are not clear, at that time they feel more bored, and they don't want to teach learn anything. And so we have to make sure that all the students are getting, and all the concepts are clearing. So we have to be aware about that.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
So
Ma'am?
are you from English medium or from your local medium?
Yes, ma'am. Could
Uh,
you please repeat?
yes. Are you from English medium or from your native medium, local
No,
medium?
no. I did my schooling in Bengali medium. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. I did my schooling in Marathi medium only. I have been learning English only for 1.5 years. So what about you? How long have you been learning?
Uh, okay. Could you please repeat the question?
Yes, I asked how long have you been learning English?
Okay, if I talk about my learning journey, so uh, You can say that I have been learning actively 5 months ago. Okay, in terms of speaking, because in my earlier times I used to focus only on grammar, reading, writing.
Mm,
So that's why I was good at grammar part in those parts. But
mm,
while it comes to speaking, I could not speak properly because at
yes.
that time there was no English speaking environment, and there was no any English speaking partner with whom I could speak this language, and there
Mhm,
was not so much technology gadgets like this time also. Okay,
mm.
that's why there was no any ambience of English speaking. Okay, so
Facilities
that yes,
available.
yes. So
Mhm.
nowadays it's totally available. So with the help of this technology, I try to improve my speaking skill as well as communication skill. And since then, 5 months ago, I started, and since then, I have been practicing on a daily basis because I have been in the Skype application, and there are lots of Skype group also.
Yes.
Okay, so in those groups, I have been trying to practice to each and every four learners. Okay,
Okay.
by this way, I am trying to improve my spoken skill as well as communication skill.
Yes, you are very consistent on your channel.
Yes, yes, because if you want to do something different,
Uh,
and if you want to be successful in any field, you have to be first of thing is
mhm.
you have to be very consistent.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
without
Mm.
consistency, nothing can be achieved in your life. So
Yeah, I
that's
thought
why that's why I am always
if
consistent.
talk about channel, YouTube channel, so if you are consistent, then only your channel will grow up.
Yes,
Otherwise, it will take a lot time. So you will
because
have.
I have realized that during pandemic time I also started speaking at that time also, but I was not consistent in speaking, and
Mhm.
there was not any English speaking environment or any speaking partner also. So that's why I was not consistent in my earlier time. So that's
Mhm.
why without consistency, your speaking skill or whatever else you are trying to do, you cannot achieve. Okay, easily. You cannot achieve easily. It will be very difficult or challenging for you. So that's why
Yes.
you have to be first of all, you have to be very consistent.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I totally agree with you. Yes, before joining my school, I have been teaching there only for 5 or 6 months. In last June month, I started teaching there. Before that, I was very much consistent. Even I did not skip a single day without speaking practice. But nowadays, I'm not getting time. So now I'm thinking that I'm feeling that I was when where I was 6 months ago. Still, I am there at the same point because I'm not doing practice. I'm not doing anything to improve my language. So when I was where I was 6 months ago, still I'm there. So I'm not improving. So I'm thinking that I should be consistent. I should not lose my consistency.
Yes, yes. So
You know, in
if you
opinions.
don't practice, so you will be at the same level where you were also before. Okay. So that's
Hmm. That's what I
that's why
was.
you have to
Mhm.
you have to practice on a daily basis. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Tell me, I'd like to ask you one thing. So, uh, what I'm just forgetting. Okay, so apart from practicing on a Skype application, so what else do you do? What else do you do for improving your speaking skill?
Mhm. Yes, as I told you, nowadays I'm not getting time. But earlier I used to do a lot of things. I did not waste even a single minute without practicing. I used to watch a lot of conversational videos and podcasts also. And I used to read books and write. Sometimes I used to write, but nowadays I'm not doing anything. But I used to do all these things. All four aspects I used to do. On Skype application, I recently started speaking on video call, and you are the fifth person with whom I am speaking today.
Okay, okay. I am the luckiest man.
Okay. Yes, that's right. You are the fifth. Today I had another session with Rekha ma'am. Do you know Rekha ma'am? Uh,
Rick. Um,
uh,
yes, yes. I know.
in the afternoon, I had say, a conversation with her. After that, I sent a mail to you. and you accepted my request. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure that you are also a teacher. So that's why I am also very grateful to you also. Okay.
My pleasure. Okay. What about vocabulary and what do you think about idiom and phrasal? If you want to make ourselves very confident and advanced level speaker, so should we go with idioms and phrasal verbs? What do you think about
Yes,
it?
definitely, definitely. Because I am fond of using idioms and phrases. Okay.
Okay.
And if
Mhm.
you want to be very advanced level of speaker, and if you want to master this English language, so definitely you should learn daily used idioms and phrases. And there are lots of idioms and phrases available also. But
Yes.
you definitely you have to have knowledge also some idioms and phrases. Okay,
Mhm.
at least daily used idioms and phrases you have to learn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I
Okay.
also I love using the idioms and phrases, so that's why I always try to learn new idioms and phrases, and always try to utilize those idioms and phrases in my conversation. Okay, because if you learn without utilizing in your conversation, so definitely you will forget after a long time. Okay,
Yes. Yes. Very
that's
soon
why
we
you
will
have to
lose.
utilize.
Yes. So yes, I'm not able to use idioms. I have learned only few idioms, but that while speaking, I'm not able to use that. So what should I do to utilize in our conversation in my conversation? What
Okay,
should I
so
exactly to use idiom?
first of all, you have to learn some daily used idioms and phrases, and there are lots of daily used idioms and phrases available on Google, or if you search on YouTube, also you can easily get those idioms and phrases. So then you have to jot down all those idioms and phrases in your exercise book or diary, and after
Mm-hmm.
that you have to utilize in those conversations
Mm-hmm.
those conversation in your those idioms and phrases in your conversation. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because without using or without practicing those idioms and phrases, definitely you will forget after 3 days, 4 days, or after 1 month. Definitely you cannot remember those idioms and phrases. Okay,
Yes.
so that's
You are
why I always try to use in my conversation.
okay.
And
That's
you might have seen that whenever I started my conversation, at the very first also, if someone asks me how are you doing or how are you, so I always try to reply by using that I am as fit as a fiddle. How are you doing? I'm replying I am as fit as a fiddle. Okay.
okay. That's nice. A nice thing. Okay, so we will have to practice more by using that idioms and phrasals before having conversation. We will have to practice it. After that, we can use very easily.
Yes, yes. And
Okay.
if you watch the tutors video clapping or tutor or English tutors, definitely you might see might come across that there are the tutors also use those kinds
Yes.
of idioms and phrases. Tutors and
Yes.
advanced level speakers also use.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you don't know those idioms and phrases, you cannot understand what they are
Yes.
saying
Yes.
in the conversation. Okay,
Yes.
so for your understanding level, so you have to know, you have to learn also. Okay,
Yes.
so it
All right. Yes, if the next person is a beginner and if you are using advanced level idioms and phrasal verbs, so at that time there is no meaning of using idioms and phrasal verbs because if the next person is not getting what you are trying to say, so there is no meaning of any advanced level idioms and phrasal verbs.
yes,
If the
yes.
next person is good at English, so at that time we can use and they will understand and they will give us a reply in a good manner. Otherwise, if the next person is not getting what we are trying to say, so there is what is the meaning of using idioms and phrasal verbs?
Yes, yes. In my previous conversation also, I have discussed about this idioms and phrases with Sapna ma'am. Okay. Do you know Sapna Raghuvanshi ma'am?
Actually, no, I don't know.
She is also a teacher and she is also a very good speaker. So I have discussed about this also in our conversation, and I also by having conversation with ma'am also I got to learn many idioms and phrases. Okay.
Okay.
Apart from this, I myself always try to learn by
Yes.
using on smartphone from
Fine.
Google,
Yes.
from YouTube. Okay,
Mhm. As
because we have
something
to. Yes,
you
go
stopped.
ahead.
Uh, now it's all right. Now all right. I can hear you
Okay.
now.
Okay, ma'am. Tell me. I'd like to ask you one question also. So when you have started speaking journey,
Yes. Mhm.
so do you use grammar first or do you start speaking first?
No, actually, I did spoken classes. That was online classes where I learned first grammar
Just
a
a
little
second.
bit.
Just a second.
Okay, now all right.
Okay,
Can I
just
speak?
okay. Okay,
Okay.
now.
So yes, I was saying that I did online classes. That was spoken classes where I first learned a little bit grammar. After that, I started. Hello.
Now it's okay. I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Yes, after that, I started watching first conversational videos, and for a few months, I only watched conversational videos, and after that, I started speaking on speaking application. That was Fluency and CBI, both application I used to use. And then after that, I started speaking. But first, I learned little bit grammar. After that, I started speaking. So what
Yes,
do you
yes.
think? What do you think? We should go with first grammar, or should we start speaking?
Okay, so if I talk about myself also, I always go for grammar first. Okay, because in my perspective, I would say that English is our mother. English is not our mother tongue. It's our second language, or sometimes also it's our third language. Okay,
Hmm.
so in that case also we have to learn some grammar and not that too much. Okay, we have to learn some basic grammar, tenses,
Mhm.
modals, and voice, active passive voice, and article preposition. By
Mm.
learning some grammar, we should go for listening and speaking. Okay, and
Yes,
listening and speaking is also very essential for
yes,
learning this language. Okay, so
yeah,
first of all, we have to learn some, we have to clear the concept of basic grammar, then we
hmm,
start. Okay,
yes,
because without learning some basic grammar, we will make a lot of mistakes.
yes,
Okay, we cannot frame the sentence.
hmm,
Without framing the sentence, we are not able to convey our ideas. So that's why it's very necessary. But
yes,
if we have the ambience, or if we have the environment of speaking this language all the time in our area or at home also, at that time you don't need to learn grammar at the
yeah,
initial stage.
hmm,
Okay, so at
yes,
that time you have to just speak this language. But
yes,
if you want to master this language, if you want to be a very good speaker or advanced speaker or expert in this language, so at that time you have to learn the grammar. Okay.
yes, yeah. I completely agree with you because if you don't have basic knowledge about grammar, so we will never be able to create frame the sentence, and we will never rectify our mistake where we are making mistake. If
Yes,
you
yes.
have little bit knowledge about grammar, then we can rectify our mistake, and we can work on that. Otherwise, it will not work.
Yes, yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, tell me, I also would like to ask you one question. So, as you are also teacher, you have joined right now, you have said that. So, do you have any teaching strategy in your school? How do you teach your school? Do you have you planned any teaching strategy?
Yes, I'm a fresh teacher, so I don't have that much experience. But I try to teach them with fun only. And my students consider me as their friend. They don't consider me I'm their teacher. Always they treat me as I'm their friend. So I try to teach them with fun and activity. And I believe in oral method, because the theory method is also important for students. But when I teach them orally, at that time they focus on their attention. And when I teach them by using theory method, at that time they don't pay attention. So I try to teach them orally first. After that, if when they understand each and every concept, after that I give them theory. So that method I try to use. And this method is working. Actually, I'm feeling that.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's great method. Okay, ma'am. So, do you have any question regarding me or any English?
Actually, I have a lot of questions, but my data is running out now, so that's why
Okay,
sometimes
so
it's stuck in.
okay.
We
We
will
can have
meet
also
again.
yes, yes. We can have a also conversation after some time or next time also.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. I would love to reconnect with you.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. It was a lovely conversation with you, and thank you very much for giving me your valuable time. I hope that you also enjoyed this conversation. I also enjoyed this conversation.
Yes,
Okay.
same here. Okay, thank
Oh,
you. Okay, bye.
okay. Thank you. Bye, and have a nice day.